hear that he's listening to Ariana Grande.
It should just pick up our voices though.
Babe, why are you listening to Ariana Grande?
Oh, because this is an SNL skit.
Oh, okay.
Friend's house.
I just got to notice.
That we're live. Friend's house.
Let's see what it says.
Have you seen that whole thing? Oh, it's. I wouldn't say it's funny, but it's. Yeah.
Well, are we live or not?
We're live.
Right this second?
Right this very second. Here we are.
Well.
It took a lot to get here today.
It
Sure did. Hi guys, we're here.
Hi,
guys.
Hi.
Hi my friends.
Hello.
Hello.
Done?
We're done. Okay. Okay. What are we up to?
Oh,
What aren't we up
what's
to?
gonna be your comments?
That's gonna be our chat. Oh,
So we can see it.
Okay.
I can make it even bigger if you want.
No, I think that's fine. And then will I be able to see my action cam when it comes up?
Yeah.
Gosh, Abby, you're a genie.
I don't know if that's true.
You're a genie
in a bottle. I was gonna leave that part.
Oh.
It's a clean stream.
Oh,
no, it's
not.
Okay.
We're not for the children's.
Not for the kids.
Well, I mean,
we love
could
kids.
be. It's true, we love kids, but
and kids love corn dogs, so I could see how they could stumble in here.
And kids like us because we have bright colored hair.
That's the only reason.
Oh my gosh, thank you, Jazzy. Jazzy, because today we felt like hot garbage.
She said if we don't, you have to tell me what the comment.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Disabled.
Jazzy said if y'all don't save me a corn dog, you're toast to me. So
we love toast.
You better find a corn dog for her.
Well, I was delighted to even find a Korean corn dog. Yeah. But do you know what surprised me, Abby? In the Korean corn dog recipe, there is surprisingly little corn. And it's corn week.
Oh.
But there's corn star.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess it still falls in the category. Our corn plan kind of fell apart. We were supposed to go to the corn maze.
Yeah. But then we woke up and it looked like it was gonna rain.
It said it was gonna rain.
And then it ended up being the most beautiful day.
It was
such a beautiful day.
Until
the night.
Until we walked into
I forgot.
I was telling my lover that when we walked in, right when we walked in, it was weird.
Weird vibes.
Yeah.
Right off the get-go.
The vibes in that place were peculiar.
Yeah. And it was also so busy. It was the busiest I think I've ever seen. Like if I walked into a Fred Meyer and it was that busy, I would have been like,
leave.
I gotta go.
It felt like it was the grocery store on Thanksgiving
evening. For sure.
Yeah,
that's
everybody
exactly
was in
what
there.
It felt like. It felt stressy.
It's stressy, intense.
Yeah.
And everybody felt like they were clamoring for something.
Yes.
I know the lady that tried to shove me to the floor to
for real. And then that man that felt like he was following us around.
He was following us around.
And he was trying to and then he said, your phone is on.
Your phone is on.
I was like, I know. I understand that maybe what we're doing to lots of people is weird. But it was not the vibe at Goodwill.
No. I did feel better about my stuff once I got it home though.
Oh, good. I showed sure of it. Ooh, you were a little unsure of it.
Well, I was unsure of the whole experience.
Yeah, that's fair.
I was having it felt like I was in a Twilighty zone.
Yeah. I agree. And then got so annoyed as I'm leaving the parking lot. I screamed at a man, and I'm not. I know, but he was in his gigantic truck, but I was letting people out, and it was a whole thing. And I just was like, why am I? I was so angry.
Yeah.
Then I went through because there's a Burger King right by the
you love it
Goodwill, and my husband loves Burger King, but we don't.
Those onion rings are popping. I can't have them anymore now.
No, that's sad.
I know. We're gonna have to make onion rings.
Yeah,
that's on my list.
But so I go through the drive-through, and I ordered, food for two people. This man handed me a bag that was this big, so tiny. It was the tiniest little bag, and said, "Here you go." And I was like, I actually ordered like a bunch of stuff, and he was like, "Yeah, it's coming." But he literally said, like, "Here you go." Like that. Here you go means that's a.
Well, Abby,
this is all you got, baby.
You were at the Burger King. So what did you, the king probably wasn't there.
Probably not, and they were slacking.
The king was not in the house.
I mean, okay, I am a full supporter of people who work in hospitality, who work at fast food restaurants. They are underpaid. They deal with the stupid, shittiest people in the world.
We know that because we worked in that industry, and I'm sure fast food is even worse. I've personally worked in fast food as a child.
And it is
Rough.
Yeah, I never did like fast food, but no thank you. I understand that is not a fun job.
Yeah.
So I get it. I have sympathy for that. But on top of the bad value, I was like, what is wrong with people?
I have a funny story about when I worked in. Well, I have many funny stories about when I worked in fast food, but I'll tell you one real quick.
Okay.
Because I'll tell you the honest to God truth, these corn dogs are going to come together pretty quick. And I'm excited for that because I've been gardening all day.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been having
It's
snacks attacks. But let me tell you the
Yes.
story real quick. First of all, I don't know if I've told you before that I wound up working at McDonald's because I was hijacked.
Oh.
Yeah. I went to school in high school, as you do.
Yes.
It's required by law. Otherwise, I promise I would not have.
Right. Yes.
But they came into our homeroom class. A recruiter came in, and multiple recruiters. Like, we're all sitting in class, la la la, let's get out of here. And like 2 or 3 people walk in. One was from McDonald's. There were a couple others, but they handed out these pieces of paper. You filled them out, they collected them, and they left. There wasn't like a lot of conversation, right?
Did you like get forced to apply for a job?
Okay, so then I go home, and my mom had received a phone call that I had been hired at the McDonald's right by my house. It's in a different building now, but it used to be, when you're coming to my house and there's that like abandoned, it looks like it used to be a McDonald's. You can see the play place.
Yeah.
That's where I worked. And so they called my mom and they were basically like, she works at McDonald's now.
Oh.
Congratulations. I was like, what?
Yeah, you real go getter.
Me and my best friend both got
Oh.
recruited at the same time, which was fire.
Yeah.
And so that's where really the trouble started.
Yeah.
Because working in fast food, you encounter some people you wouldn't otherwise encounter in your regular life.
Yeah.
And there was a young man who was from the Native American reservation that's in Marysville. And his name was Taco, which was conflicting. Because he was Native American, not Hispanic.
Yeah.
But he kind of had he looked a little bit Hispanic, and his name was Taco, so that caused a lot of confusion in my young mind at the age of 15.
15.
That's when you could work at McDonald's. Here's the story, because believe it or not, we haven't gotten to it. I had probably been working at McDonald's for a collective total of like 3 months. So naturally, it's my turn to start training new hires.
Yeah, obviously. I was going to say, were you the manager? This 15-year-old,
So,
she's got it.
It's a perfect story for today because we're about to fry some corn dogs, but this kid comes in, he's a fucking nervous wreck. Like, just somebody's energy is like nervous wreck. And I'm 15 years old, so I'm cool as fuck.
Yeah.
Obviously. And so I'm trying to train him on fries, but I'm being very aloof. And there's not much to tell here.
Yeah,
The fries, they're in baskets, they're put on a speed rack. All you have to do is drop them. Somebody else loads the baskets from the freezer. You're literally just picking them up, putting them in here, hitting a button, the timer goes off, you pull them up, you put salt on them, or you dump them in the thing. You know what I mean? Like, done.
Yeah.
Nothing to it. Nothing to it.
Yeah.
This day, new hire pops the fryer back. Instead of doing them both at one time, because there's 2 little slots, he takes one, goes to put it in, tips it over. Like, it tips sideways in the fryer, and he reaches in and grabs it. I shit you not. I don't know, because I went like this.
Oh, Jesus.
First of all, I'm 15 years old. I'm way too cool for this.
911.
That was somebody else. Taco had to handle that. He was the manager. Let me assure you,
17.
he was not prepared for this situation.
Oh my God.
None of us were. Screaming ensues. There was a huddle around him, and then I never saw him again. I hope that if you're watching, how many people are watching? He's probably not among them.
Jazzy,
it's not
Jazzy. It's not Jazzy.
Yeah, that was and believe it or not, that didn't deter me from the food service industry. Here I am. Yeah, I was like, what? Actually, this is great.
Like, wow,
I
didn't do that, so I'm good.
I'm obviously a natural at this.
My mom, when I was little, my mom worked at McDonald's. She worked.
That's right.
We worked nights, and I thought it was the coolest because I don't know if this is. I bet the statute of limitations is done with this.
I'm sure
just in case.
Mother
was stealing.
She's also not
she's
watching,
a lady.
so
yeah,
she's not watching.
But just in case Big McDonald's is. My mom would bring home
Donald himself.
Yeah. My mom, Donald McDonald. My mom would bring home sleeves of the buns. They were like day old, or they were like past when they could use them. So my mom would bring home the
I'm pretty sure those buns stay good for like 18 years.
Well, I don't know, but
Maybe not back then.
maybe not. But she would bring home sleeves, and then she would make us burgers. Well, you know what makes a McDonald's burger taste like a McDonald's burger? That bun.
Yeah.
So I was like, I thought it was so cool, and I was like, my mom knows how to make the burgers from McDonald's.
Yeah.
And I remember telling people that and being like, you guys have no idea. It's so cool at my place. And it was. It was.
Do you know what probably did inspire me in some small way to be a chef? When my grandmother, obviously the light of my life, my mother,
Yes.
she raised me, she came in to have her first quarter pounder with cheese, which is her order, always quarter pounder with cheese, under my watch.
Ooh, yes.
Right?
Like,
So I
yeah,
had
to make sure it's good.
she called me Erin.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. I had to make it. And this is how I know that lady loved me. She believed in her heart that that was the best quarter pounder with cheese she had ever had.
Oh,
No,
so
there's no
sweet.
way.
Dread.
Everything is the same.
Maybe it
Also-
was though, because she was like, I'm so proud of this little girl that I raised.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She made one hell of a quarter pounder with
Yeah.
cheese.
You're like,
Perfect.
wow.
Yeah. And surprisingly, I didn't peak at that time. I went on to be a bus girl at Sizzler.
Ooh.
And then I was promoted to salad bar. So yes, I know.
Hey.
I know. So if you ever want to know how to make that seafood salad,
I've never been to a Sizzler. Yeah.
it's probably not the same.
Mm.
But let me tell you, in its heyday,
Yeah.
the Sizzler was grand. In fact, my kids, Jazzy, I don't know, she's probably still not watching, but when we lived in Las Vegas, I think, where did we go to Sizzler, Jazz? I think it was when we lived in Las Vegas and there was a Sizzler, and the kid that they loved it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That.
That salad bar, but it wasn't just a salad bar. It was so much more.
Yeah.
It was a salad bar, but they had pasta, they had potatoes, they had like there might be a chicken strip on there, hot roast, who knows?
Yeah,
You know what I mean? We don't know.
Big Boy.
Bob's.
Big Boy. They're just called Big Boy. And yep, I know, Jay, because I freaked out when I saw it. At Big Boy, I did fundraisers when I was little at Big Boy, where I got to make the brownie sundae. I was I was a teen, but I got to be on ice cream and make malt.
Wow.
And all that. I didn't work there. They just let children behind there. I knew somebody.
Yeah.
A family member.
Yeah. Nepotism. Hey.
For sure. It worked out great, but they had a salad bar esque thing. Yeah, but and
I
it
think
had
I clicked
all
the button
kinds.
on here.
You did. All kind. Oh no, you're good. All kinds of food and whatever, because that was the place to be for brunch.
Yeah.
Or after church you'd go to Big Boy and
Yeah.
then you'd do the little bar and get it all. They made these little fried corn things that were.
I'm gonna tell you something that might rock your world,
Yep.
but for a period of time in Everett,
Mhm.
on Everett Mall Way,
Mhm.
I don't know what it is now. It's still a fast food restaurant, but I can't remember what one. But it used to be Arby's.
Oh.
And when it was Arby's, they had at lunchtime a whole buffet on the hot bar with like mashed potatoes, gravy, like veggies, salad stuff. There would be like a smorgasbord of
Sounds
not
incredible.
on menu Arby's stuff, but they had it every day at lunch.
Huh.
Because what else, babe? What else? Arby's used to become something else too.
Mm.
Ray's or Ralph's or Rayo. I could be having a false memory.
What?
Anyway, we should make Korean corn dogs.
Let's make Korean corn
because I've been looking forward to this
dogs.
shit all week. I'm gonna tell you, when I went to the store to make selections for our dogs,
Yes.
I kept one thing in mind, and that was that it was the same size as string cheese. Because Abby, have you had a
Korean corn dog? I have not.
You've never had
I've
one.
never had one. That's what when we were explaining it to the nice woman at the thrift store that we became best friends with.
Yeah, we did.
I let you take the lead because I was like, I don't know.
Well, I recently had one. I've known of them for some time, right?
Yeah.
And I don't know how you feel about a corn dog, but I feel strong about a corn dog.
Mm.
However, I don't want just a regular gas station corn dog. Like if the corn part on the outside is like soft,
Yeah. It needs
I'm
to be a
good.
little bit of crispy. I'm very particular about hot dog because I don't want like a soft hot. I want like an all beef hot dog in there.
All beef, baby.
All beef, baby.
I would never. Oh, I didn't show you the right part. All beef, baby.
Hell yeah.
I saw a thing recently that said that there was a little bit of human DNA in every single kind of hot dog.
Well,
Yeah. So
I love that.
I mean, but we've both already had hot dogs before, so clearly we've all tasted human
Right.
flesh, you know what I mean? It doesn't make me feel any differently about people, knowing I've eaten people.
Yeah.
I still like them.
guess you chose to share that with everyone that
It's a study on the internet.
oh,
Anybody can
anyone
read
can
it.
find
Yeah.
it. Sorry, I'm so sorry. I'm just trying to tell everyone that we are alive.
Even the vegetarian hot dogs had people meat in them.
Wow.
Yeah. I chose these ones. I was gonna get the Hebrew Nash,
Mhm.
which is what I typically will go with a Jewish hot dog.
Yes.
I don't know why.
Mm-mm.
They taste good.
Yeah.
But I also like the ones at Costco. I'm not gonna lie. They're just good hot
They're
dogs.
so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I picked these because look,
Ooh.
perfect size. So Korean corn dog, light, crispy
Mm.
outside. It's puffed up. It's crunchy. There's 1,000 variations, but we're gonna do a pretty simple one. This recipe is gluten free. I've looked over the recipe. It seems to make sense to me. So I think it's gonna work. But we're gonna do a combo of dog and cheese.
Dog and cheese?
You know it, baby. And it goes a little something like this. Do you see these cute little scissors?
They're so cute.
They're
Are they going to be all year long, scissors?
Don't be ridiculous. Of course they are. Of course. So step one,
Step on.
I want you, Abby, to get started as my little sous chefins. I want you to get started halving and skewering these dogs. Because here's what I think we're gonna do.
Yeah.
When we had them, my lover and I,
Yes.
it was when we went to do you know the day that I went to the not redneck flea market?
Punk rock. Do you know that you've called that so many different things?
Have I?
You've called it the punk rock. What did you call it? Because it was a punk rock thrift market or something. But then you called it like the punk rock. I can't remember now. I can't remember. But you've called it so
Listen.
many things. It's so funny.
I never know what's going to come out of my mouth.
Yeah.
I don't know how many we're going to make. Okay, there's the other thing we had to consider,
Mhm.
and that was the skewer ski.
Ah, yes.
I got
yes.
these at the grocery,
Mhm.
the market.
Yes.
And I liked these ones because they were so you feels like you could kill a Dracula with
Yes.
these. They're big ones, big dudes.
Oh, heck yeah.
We don't want no scrawny ass little
No.
skewer because you have to this thing has to withstand the fryer.
Mhm.
So we've got a few of these. What should we make? What, Abby, 4 of them?
Yeah.
Just in case,
Yeah.
right? So there you got 4 cheese sticks.
Cheese.
You got 4 dogs. What I want
for you take one home for your
Oh yeah, don't worry about Jazzy. Little does she know I'm not even coming home tonight.
Sorry, Jess.
Oh, she'll get one. She will get one.
Someday.
What I want you to do, Abby, I've actually given you enough here to make 8
Beautiful.
by
Okay.
accident because I think what we're gonna do is cut the dog in half
Mhm.
and be careful because I have you set up here in a kind of precarious situation, so you're gonna be really careful. And I know you can't see this on camera, but we're gonna get there. We're gonna cut the dog in half.
Yeah.
You're gonna skewer through the rounded end of the butt, and you got to go right up the middle. Okay.
Yep.
Come right out the center. If I fuck this up, oh, don't look, Abby. Okay, that's not quite good enough. But it's gonna get some batter on it, so if it's not perfect, I'll forgive you.
Okay. Thank you.
So you're gonna want to go up the middle of the dog, and then okay, see, you can see that.
Mm-hmm.
Then take a stick of cheese, but let's cut. Should we cut it smooth in half? But we really want it to be about the same distance as the dog. So let's do it like that,
Okay.
and then we'll have this inch for
Cheese tags.
chef snacks.
Yeah. Great.
And then take the cheese again,
And just
right up the old cheese hole. And we got lots of stick. So we want to push it down to the end. There we go. And now it's half cheese and half dog.
Heck yeah.
Are you picking up what I'm putting down?
Picking up what you're putting down.
Okay.
Okay.
Just start working on those. Let's see how many of you can get together.
Okay.
I'm going to start. Can we bring up the handy cams?
Yes.
And we'll start building a batter.
A batter.
I can smell my grease. It is hot. She hot, baby.
Let's go down here. Oh, please. Oh, so sorry. We're here. We're still here. I swear it on my whole darn life.
Abby,
I know. We're coming back, my friends.
we're coming back. We're coming.
There we are. Hello.
Hi.
We're back. I know it was scary, but
Guess
we're here.
who's back? Jen and Abby.
Okay. Oh, Jesse's
making
not.
Korean corn. Oh, perfect. Now she just
Incredible.
does. Finally, we're alone, Abby.
Thank God.
I know. Thought the whole internet interrupted.
I was like, you know what? I think that I would like to just make internet content, but just no one
For
watch.
myself. One day we're gonna look back on this. And I don't know how we're gonna feel, Abby. I really
We're gonna see.
don't.
But it's our time.
Okay, one possibility is that we're going to be so rich and famous and we'll be just hanging out with whatever the current in popular version of Oprah is, and we'll be having such a great time. And we'll be looking back on our previous mistakes going, silly.
Silly. Oh my gosh. They had no idea what was coming to them. Silly ladies.
Okay, batter. I'm gonna have to read this one from my phone because I did not print it out. But it's no big a deal because I have it right here. This website, this corn dog recipe is brought to us by cupcakesandkalechips.com.
Yeah, thank you.
It was a gluten-free Korean corn dog recipe that had many, many, many reviews. 2 stars, incredibly easy to make. In fact, 5-minute prep time is what they said. However, we've been at it quite a bit longer than that.
Well, we've been chatting.
So you're doing step 1, preparing the hot dogs by inserting a wooden skewer into each one, then insert the skewer into cheese block. Leave for about 2 inches at the bottom for a handle. Obviously, we've got more than that. That's fine. We got a big fryer to deal with here.
Yeah.
Step 2, I'm gonna make the mix with gluten-free flour, cornstarch, sugar, baking powder, and salt. Starting with 2 cups of King Arthur 1-to-1 all-purpose flour. And let me tell you something. I recently got a book from a contributor, that you and I both love,
Yes.
which is America's Test Kitchen.
Yes.
One of my absolute top apex sites for information. I love the books. I love the cookbooks. I love the magazines. Anything that comes out from America's Test Kitchen, I'm with it. Now, I hear recently through the grapevine that there was a former guy that was on that show got me too.
Oh, no.
I don't care. I'm not, I mean, I care about that. I care about him, but he's not there anymore.
Okay, great.
Thank goodness, so we can still have all of those recipes to enjoy. He's gone.
Oh, great.
Whoever he
Well,
was.
then,
No, he's gone.
fuck that guy.
Fuck that guy.
And
Here's the point. I found a book, half a cup of cornstarch. We will post this recipe. It will be available on our Discord, or if you would like to reach out to us at strangeoats at gmail.com. We will give it to you there. 1/2 a cup of cornstarch, 1/4 cup of sugar, because the batter for this is a little bit sweet. And again, I was even tempted, because it's hard for me to stick to a recipe. I was tempted to bring some cornmeal and throw some in there anyway, just to make sure it had like a corn dog vibe.
Yeah.
Interestingly enough, it's calling for the sugar to be added to the dry mix, which normally doesn't happen, but I think because this is going to be a batter, it's going to be fine.
Yeah.
1 tablespoon of baking powder. I didn't bring my spoons, but I'm going to go ahead and eyeball this. 1 tablespoon of baking powder, and then salt. We're going to do 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Okay, sure, if you say so. And next, egg and milk to the dry ingredients. First, we're going to mix these together. So this is going to come together kind of like a pasta dough, where you do the dry ingredients, get them all mixed together, make a well, add the wet in the middle, and then we're just going to combine them.
Nice.
One thing I find interesting is that this has so much baking soda and not a single bit of acid. Interesting, yeah?
Yeah. Yeah.
It makes me feel tempted, you know that. You know that.
I do.
Tempted to what, though? Add acid? Let's just trust. Should we just trust?
I feel like we should try. We talk about how
I know.
but it is hard because we're gonna do all this work and then it's gonna go.
There should be something to activate that baking powder.
Yeah.
Something should be there.
Agreed.
And it isn't. It's troubling.
Yeah.
You know what we could do? And I'm gonna do it, Abby. I don't want to hear any nonsense out of you.
Oh.
You're good. No, I'm not, Abby.
She doesn't want to hear anything from me.
Well, it doesn't. Okay, you bake enough to know that this is crazy. Why is there no
acid
of any kind?
Yeah.
What's going to activate the baking soda? I guess I don't know. I mean, it'll work a little bit. It just feels like we'd get so much more poof Anyway, this calls for 1 egg and 1 1/2 cups of cold milk. I happen to have that right here.
Oh, incredible. That was
I think
handy.
these are left-handed measuring cups. Oh my God, look, Abby. I had one exact 1 1/2 cups. Oh, that makes me feel like this was meant to be.
Meant to be.
I'm gonna add my 1 egg. What do you like to put on a corn dog?
Nothing. Just a corn. Just a.
Nothing at all.
Nothing at all. This might upset you.
Oh no, Abby.
I don't like condiments. I don't like traditional hot dog related condiments. I'm not a yellow mustard person. Ketchup, I would rather die.
Yeah, I hate ketchup.
Yeah. So on a corn dog, just the corn dog. That's all I need. Maybe like a sweet mustard or like a spicy mustard if it calls for it. But otherwise, I'm just gonna eat a corn dog.
Just straight up. So have you got us all skewered dough?
So if I get one more cheese stick, I think I can make.
Okay. Right here, baby.
Is that what I want to do? Yeah, if I get one more cheese stick, then I can make 2 more.
Okay, well, we might as well just binge. Because I don't know about you, but for me, it's been a day where I just kind of wanted to lay around. We've watched TV. Jay, my lover, has never seen Snapped.
Ooh.
So we watched an episode of Snapped, but ironically, he chose one where it wasn't a woman killing a man as it normally is. This one was
no fun.
This one was children.
I feel I think oh my gosh, I was just listening to a podcast where they really buried True Crime and Cocktails. They really buried the lead and they like talked about these crimes that happened and they were like these horrific murders. And then they revealed that the child was like 15 when it happened, but it made you think that this was like a grown man the whole time, and then
really,
yeah,
but the murders are being committed by a 15-year-old.
Yeah, it was 2 different murders.
These are.
And
what do you need? Another stick?
Another stick. I think I might have done math wrong, so I'm really sorry.
This isn't a math live stream, so it doesn't matter.
I'm sorry.
Dink.
So what did he?
Oh, I like your technique, Abby.
Thank you. I don't know if it works any better, but it does something. That one I did a little crafting.
You did something. It looks like a little Jenga dog. I wonder what this is gonna do in the batter. It's gonna be spectacular. That's what it's gonna be. Oh my God, you guys look so hot. You didn't read that comment to me.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you.
You didn't want it to go to my head.
Yeah. You know how she is.
Abby, don't start. One interesting thing about this recipe that I thought was so fascinating was that you put the corn dog in batter as you always do. That's typical. But then you roll it in panko.
Ooh, okay.
Now, I've been doing a whole lot of reading about gluten-free cooking and gluten-free alchemy and how this all works and product reviews and whoop-de-whoop. And one thing I have read high and low and everywhere, and that is that gluten-free. Okay, we're getting some leavening response. Yeah, that's good.
A little while. This is way more than 4.
That's fine. Okay. You've never even had a gluten-free Korean corn dog, so as far as you know, you could never.
We just make 4, and then the rest if they're no good, we just eat as hot dogs and cheese.
Charcuterie sticks.
Yeah, we'll just warm up the hot dog.
It's perfect.
Yeah.
Anyway, these ones go into gluten-free panko, and I've heard terrible things about gluten-free panko.
I was actually wondering what that. Can I say something mean about it?
Are you gonna say that it looks like aquarium rocks?
That's exactly what I was gonna say.
Yeah, it does. But
I say it looks like gravel.
It does look like gravel.
Yeah.
I wonder what it tastes like. Gravel. No, it actually tastes like crunchy nothing.
Oh,
taste it.
Hot dog fans.
And so I don't know if we should season this or not. I mean, a hot dog. No, the batter has great flavor, and guess what it tastes like, Abby?
Corn dog.
Corn. Taste it. I think the little bit of sugar.
Yeah.
Doesn't it? I'm excited about this. Okay.
Okay.
So the recipe says that you're supposed to put the batter and the dogs in the fridge for 30 minutes. And I suppose we could do that. Because Lord knows we have 30 minutes worth of things to talk about.
For sure.
But our grease is hot. So what if we just try one? I'm going to put this in the fridge. Okay. And we'll see if it changes.
Yeah. Now I do have one question.
Okay.
And you might have an answer already.
I'm working.
Could we Does it say anything about like rolling the hot dog and cheese in a little gluten-free flour before you put it in the batter? Because I feel like you're gonna stick a wet hot dog and a wet cheese in there.
What cheese are you talking about?
It's cheese.
Oh, rolling the hot dog and the cheese.
Like in a flour. I mean, I guess we could just dry them off, but I just imagine we're gonna stick it in there and it's gonna come out with it. None of it.
That's what you're thinking?
That's what I
I
think.
think that's a worthy suggestion. Do you want to hand us a small little thing? Let's do it with cornstarch though.
That's good. This guy?
Mm-hmm. And then you can give them a little dusty dust. Do you want to do it over here so we can see you? You got it?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll just give him that. That was a good idea, Abby. Ooh, yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
This should get us some followers. Hey.
OnlyFans. Okay. Now.
All right.
Now.
Wait. Because can we see that on the?
We just dusted it a little.
So what we've done is put the batter into a drinking glass. See how it's tall like that?
Yeah.
That's gonna allow you to dip the corn dog in and get the whole thing covered. So go for it. And then you're gonna roll it in that crunchy nothing. Yeah, really stir it around in there. Don't forget to get the stick because that's one of my favorite parts.
Oh,
when you get to use your little front teeth and go.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, now into the
Ready?
crunchy. This is the panko, gluten-free panko.
Okay. Now we do a little. Boop.
Yep. Roll that beautiful bean footage. Actually, this is getting me excited, Abby.
Oh, I'm so excited. These are so much faster than
Abby, you're making a huge mess.
I'm so sorry.
Oh my God, Abby.
I can't see anything.
Shake it. Don't do that. Okay, I'm taking over.
Okay.
All right. Rolled. This is gonna
Roll.
be so. I'm so excited, Abby. I can't stand it. Do you want to get started on the next one?
I sure
While I
do.
drop this in the fryer. The nice thing about this big long stick is that we get. Oh dear. Do we not have enough grease for this? How can that be? That's okay. I know what to do. We're gonna tip the fryer. This is so dangerous. Don't do this.
Don't
at
do
home.
this at home.
Yeah. Why don't you get another one going?
Can I tell you that I love the way that cornstarch feels?
Do you?
Yeah.
Kind of bugs me.
I guess in some ways, I understand why it would, because it is like a weird.
Yeah.
It can have like a weird styrofoamy feel.
This fryer is not as deep as I thought it was. That's okay. Am I still on camera?
Yes.
Yeah. It is so dangerous to tip the fryer like this. Please don't ever do that. It's funny that
We literally just talked about the
yeah, I
devil.
was just thinking that. I was just thinking that. Wow, wouldn't it be so funny if I accidentally burnt my arms off at that elbow?
And then he reached out to you because he's
and start really kind of
like doing
yeah. Because as you spin it, the batter like wants to.
Oh yeah, go around.
Right.
Now I am making a mess.
It's okay, Abby. There's nobody here to tell us that we can't do it this way.
I don't know, maybe.
Okay.
Maybe the homework.
So all we're doing now, I should have brought my thermometer, but really all we're looking for is enough time for that batter to get cooked through and the hot dog to get heated. This isn't like frying chicken where you got to make sure like
right, because we're just warming up the hot dogs.
Right, we're just basically warming up the hot dogs and setting the crust.
Do you think it would be okay if I set them in this little thing, or do you think it's going to get weird?
It might get weird. I'd leave it laying in the panko, to be honest with you.
Great.
Mm-hmm.
Great.
And then you could do another one if you'd like.
Yeah. As well,
I gotta tell you, if this would be a pretty, I mean, I'm not suggesting that people should make DIY hot corn dogs for dinner, but if they did, this is pretty easy.
Yeah, totally. Because I feel like this takes, especially if you're making like, if you have kids, this is gonna take probably less time.
And no scary ingredients. It was just flour, cornstarch, salt, little sugar, little baking soda.
And you could do veggie dogs, or you could do like the super organic chicken sausages,
I suppose,
or whatever your little heart desire.
I can tell that this thing is getting close to being done because she is bobbing in that grease now. Can you guys see this pretty good? I feel super uneasy about the way I'm handling this fryer. No, I know it's very danger, Jen Robinson. An almond. I found a loose almond. I'm gonna go ahead and drop this other little guy and see now if because this you go. And I just kind of keep turning it, especially because my grease isn't quite deep enough. That way the batter will get set. Okay, I'm thinking about pulling this dude out.
Okay. Woo-hoo-hoo, it looks so good.
Yeah, wait till you see this. Okay, it's possible that the batter's not set. Let's give it 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Let's have a countdown.
Oh, 30.
30, 29, 28. We won't do it the whole way.
No. Can't count that. I do just really want to talk about the sweet little lady when we were thrifting.
Yeah.
That was the highlight of the thrift. Oh gosh.
I was telling Jay about that.
Who
It was so cute.
just walked up with a with these cute little bud vases.
Okay, well, you got a little burned nickel on the end, just because the fryer's
Who
not quite deep
doesn't?
enough. I could have easily put a little bit more. We're frying these in beef lard, by the way. Get that in the camera, baby.
Oof.
Do you see that? Oh, do you know what that is? A little cheese coming out.
Oh yeah.
I'm not mad at that at all. Okay.
Oh, it looks so good.
This one goes.
This sweet little lady who just brought these bud vases up to us. Like we worked there, like we were Goodwill
Hunting.
yeah. Like we were like Goodwill professionals.
Yeah, she really did.
She just handed it to us. Said,
She walked
"What
up
is
and was
this?"
like, "Are these good?"
Yeah.
We were like, "What?" Yeah.
What is oh that was it. What is this made of?
What is it
I
made of?
don't know. Stone. Some sort of stone.
Well, right before that, that one lady had overheard us talking about how we were going to make Korean corn dogs.
Oh yeah.
And she was like, "You're going to make what?"
Yeah, she was like, "Excuse me." So funny.
This is going to be our shortest live stream yet
I
because I'm
know.
going to be like, "Okay, thanks guys, bye. We're eating corn
yeah,
dogs
we're
now."
gonna eat corn dogs.
We have to eat them quick before the cheese is still cheesing. Abby, what if the cheese isn't cheese?
Hi, my loving husband, who's our only viewer, and I really appreciate you.
Wish you were here to have a dog.
No, look at it. Look at it.
That Starbucks water is something else, baby.
Starburst water. We don't support Starbucks on this podcast.
What did I say?
You said Starbucks.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's okay. We support Addicted and other small chain coffee shops.
Yeah, sure. And they wear their clothes at Addicted. Okay,
What?
I'm about to wear their clothes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not bikini baristas.
Which, not that we judge them.
No, not at all. What if we were really hardcore into, we're like, I only get my coffee from a bikini barista.
One of my son's best friends in high school went on to work at a bikini barista, and I would go there to support her, even though she would be.
Okay, this is actually so sweet. You know, I love wrestling. There's a man named JR, and he has been an announcer and like a commentator for wrestling for a bajillion years, right? Apparently he subscribes to someone's OnlyFans, but it's like a family friend member that he's known for a really long time, and he does it to support her, not because he's like looking at.
Sure.
I like believe it from him though. But yeah, he's like, I just want to support this person that I love. Maybe not. Maybe he's looking at it.
Maybe. I mean, yeah, that's fine. That was the whole point. Okay, here's another. I'm scared to bite it just yet. Man, this was easy. This was a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. I'm nervous now.
So tomorrow, I might make.
That's right.
Myself.
Oh, I think that's fabulous. Oh, because next Friday I'm going to probably be myself. We got to try these quick, Abby. Put the cheese.
Solidifies.
We'll see what happens. It's a test, so. I think 30 more seconds on this one.
Nice.
And then we're going to be able to try those two, yeah. You don't want anything on yours. God, they look incredible.
I know. Sorry, I'm touching everybody's corn dogs.
They're ours.
Oh, I know, but I meant you guys touching your corn dogs.
Oh, okay.
They look incredible. So
they really do.
And the cornbread on this one, you can see the cornbread, like the regular old corn dog kind of batter, and it looks so good.
Yeah, this one's not getting the thick isn't getting okay. The cheese is starting to melt on here, so let's pull this one out. But see how that bottom didn't get quite cooked there?
Oh, that's hot oil.
I know, honey. It just came out of the fryer. Careful. Set it down. Don't be a nutty buddy. All right.
Corn dogs.
Can I tell you something that I did with the leftover cornbread? from our soup on Monday, which by the way, I've been eating on that all week.
Oh my
So delicious.
It was. We ate it that night. I couldn't even. It did not last in my home.
Yeah,
I was like,
pretty tasty.
it was delicious.
I used some leftover cornbread to make ice cream.
Oh, that's right.
It is delicious.
Yeah.
Yeah, I made it ice cream, just a standard ice cream base. Let it set up in the ice cream machine until it was like soft serve consistency, and then I crumbled in the cornbread and let it run a little bit more so it would get like like there's still chunks in there. Then when it was pretty set up, I put it into a container and put big blobs of raspberry jelly, and then I swirled those in and put it in the freezer to set up. I've tasted it, but I haven't had like a scoop. There's a brand of ice cream that Jazzy has brought home to me, and they have a cornbread and jam ice cream, so I was able to taste it, and it blew my mind. Like the idea of it when she told me it's cornbread and something, I was like, that's disgusting.
Just kidding.
But you know what? I don't know why I thought it would be gross because when I was a kid, one of the desserts I used to love, because we had fresh cornbread almost every day.
Yeah.
So at night there'd be leftover cornbread, and you'd cut it up and put it in a glass and squeeze a bunch of honey or maple syrup, and then pour like mocha mix, which is like creamer, or even buttermilk because it'd be fresh butter, you know, whatever, and then eat it with like a spoon, like cereal. So good, so good. Let's try a corn dog.
Let's try one.
Hand me one. Toss me a dog, baby.
Let's try this first one since she's probably.
This is a one-man show. Like you have to, yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Okay, ready? What if they're terrible? Mine has a
butt?
I was thinking something else.
Oh.
Should we put our cam down? It doesn't matter. Okay, ready?
Oh wait, hold on. Please hold.
It's
Please
so
hold.
crunchy.
I don't know why
I'm
this
scared.
is doing this all of a sudden. I know, is it gonna break our teeth?
Oh, did it take us offline again? Here we are. Ready? Cheers. Bink. Okay.
Wow.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Wow, wow, wow.
Don't stab yourself. Wow, wow, wow.
The cheese is perfectly melted.
I feel so powerful.
Wow. We can do anything.
We can do anything, Abby. Oh my god, it's so good.
I don't think there's anything better than melted mozzarella.
Okay, gross. I just got the mustard piss on my corn dog.
Gross.
You know I like mustard on a corn dog. But I understand that there's something wrong with you.
Me?
I mean that you don't like sauce. It's so good.
It's really good.
How does it still taste like cornbread?
It's so fluffy. It almost feels like.
Oh my god, it is
like,
so fluffy.
It's
Look.
so fluffy.
You can't really. And so crunchy.
Mm-hmm.
The panko is perfect for this. Oh no. Okay. You could do them all cheese if you were a vegetarian. You could use a vegan dog. You could use coconut milk or soy milk and make it vegan. And it's already gluten-free. I'm in love. I love it.
Oh no. Wow, 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 wow.
I will totally make these again.
Uh-huh.
I would absolutely make these again. And I swear to you, being fried in the lard is so good. I love it. The coating is really nice. It really somehow does have, it's real reminiscent of a cornbread corn dog.
I didn't eat a ton today because I was like, you're gonna eat corn dog later. And like you're gonna, who knew? I didn't know how much we were gonna eat. We always get into
I know
stuff. So this is like this is so light and fluffy. I don't feel like I'm gonna leave here and be like, oh, I can't move.
Well, technically, it's no different except for being deep fried. Whatever. It's no different than a hot dog. I can't believe how good the breading is.
I know.
Wow.
I think that was the perfect amount of time. Like it's perfectly done without.
We could have.
Didn't like dry out at all.
I could eat 50.
At
least 2.
I'm so excited.
It is so good. Please make this. We will. You know what? This recipe I think we can post. It's so good.
Wow, wow, wow.
And I suppose you can make it with regular flour. And not be gluten-free if you were so inclined.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can't believe how fluffy this is. This gives me ideas. You could take the same breading
Mm-hmm.
and do just about anything in it.
Mm-hmm.
Jalapeno popper
Mm-hmm.
tossed in that batter, and I wish we had more shit to fry. Incredible.
We have more hot dogs. I feel like it would also be very good on as like little bites, like if you cut the hot dogs up,
Like
or a little cheese, or like in little balls.
little corn dog bites that people like they have it. Mini corn dogs?
Yeah,
Is that what you're suggesting, Abby?
kinda.
I wonder what would happen.
If you just pop.
And don't get me wrong, I'm not suggesting that. But you know, some people do crazy shit in an air fryer. I would never attempt to fry chicken in an air fryer, but I know people do. I think this could work even for like a really crazy. It's kind of if you thin the batter down, same recipe, add a little bit of water, add a little bit of more milk, and then toss onions in it, and then in that gluten-free panko for a really crunchy onion ring.
Yeah.
Delicious. Same recipe.
Also, honestly, make it a little sweeter.
Yeah.
And turn it into some crispy little donuts.
Okay, let's try with this one. The recipe suggested, oh, little donuts. That's a really good idea. Using the same batter. That's a really good idea. They suggested
you could either up the sweetness or
sugar.
Just coat it in sugar when they pop out.
Which is apparently traditional with the Korean.
Oh, that's right.
I don't know too much about it. But I am gonna go
and sometimes they're covered in potatoes, right?
Yes, but what do you think they use for the little bitty potato bits? I'll be right.
I assumed like you know how you can get like the potatoes O'Brien or whatever, like those little tiny squares.
Where would you but do you think they would get crispy enough?
Maybe. I bet in a giant industrial like restaurant size fryer.
Right. But we only have this grand Abby. Do you know where I got this fryer, Abby?
Well.
Velu Village. For $5.99. And honestly, it's already paid for itself. Because we went and got a Korean corn dog. They must have had a thinner batter, which tells me that we could thin this one a tiny bit, right? Because I wouldn't mind a little bit thinner crust. So let's try one more. Don't get me wrong, that was delicious. But let's just see what happens if we thin it a touch. Do we still have any more of that cornmeal? All right, we're gonna try one more. Just because we have the time. Yeah, get that baby dusted.
Wow.
This is spectacular. I didn't even expect this to go this well.
This was wow.
Jazzy is gonna be pissed.
Sorry, Jazz.
Oh, well, I can make them.
She abandoned us.
I can make. Yeah, that's what you get for having a job.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, I thinned out the batter just a skosh. I'm still gonna apply the same. This I'm so completely blown away with how well this is doing as this kind of coating. And I see why people hate this for let's say an eggplant parmesan. Or
I would say if you're baking, I don't know if it like
Oh god, my batter. See, that's what I made the batter thinner and now it's trying to come off. But that's okay because it'll give us more. One thing I love about a corn dog is the craggy edges and the blah blah blah. And I bet if this was in the fridge like it was supposed to be. Come on, baby, set that batter. Don't spill. Can you see?
Oh, no, it doesn't go that way.
We've already seen it. The world doesn't need to watch me. This is so dangerous. But I'm a trained professional. Chop champions only.
With the same size fryer that they had on Chopped?
Close. Fuck, dude. You watched us fighting for it the whole time. I've seen it be so many chefs undoing. The fryer and the ice cream maker. The ice cream maker was almost mine.
It's both.
If you haven't watched, I know nobody's watching right now, but if you watch this video later and you haven't seen my episode of Chopped, it is season 59, episode 7, Bragg Brunch, featuring Ginger Minge.
So good. And what a little sweetie she was.
She's such a sweetie.
Such a sweetie.
Yeah, she's following along a little bit as we do our
incredible.
One thing I will say about this, it's cooking up a little bit faster. And we are getting some nice This
Yeah,
is
that
going to
does
be a
look really
doozer.
good.
So I'm kind of thinking a tiny bit, maybe up the milk from 1.5 to 2 cups, just to make it a little thinner, and then do refrigerate it. Also, I think that would help with one thing I found with gluten-free flour is it takes a little bit longer to hydrate. So remember when we made that cornbread and I was like, let's let it
Yeah.
sit for 10 minutes? As I'm doing a little bit more research, and particularly if you are newly gluten-free and you're watching this, that America's Test Kitchen,
Yeah.
I can't remember the name of the book. Something like "How Can This Not Have Gluten?" or blah blah blah. I have the book over there.
I was gonna say, yeah, photo.
But it is miraculous because it doesn't just give you gluten-free recipes. It explains the science behind them, why they work, how they work, which is being super helpful for me to convert recipes.
The How Can It Be Gluten-Free cookbook.
How Can It Be Gluten-Free by America's Test Kitchen. Phenomenal. Phenomenal book. This is going to be our best dog yet.
Can't wait.
Babe,
Yeah,
what do you think?
I need to check that cookbook out. Amazing. I need to take a look at that cookbook for some pie crust. Because llama corn came in and saved the day.
But I did tell you that they have the
Oh,
nice,
yes.
yeah. Okay, Abby.
I'm ready.
Cheese is starting to bubble out. Look at that. You see that cheese trying to
gosh.
come out of there? Give it just a second and let's have a. So this is run to a little bit of a dilution on the batter, a little bit less, a little more water in the batter. So it's a little bit thinner.
It does look really good.
It looks really good. Let's not wait too long for you to try that one.
Well, I'm gonna let you bite first because I have a poor little baby mouth.
You do. It's so cute.
Can't handle hot things.
This was a breeze.
Yeah.
I mean, you couldn't tell from the mess we've made, but that's not important. This was delicious. This went so fast, especially because the nice thing about this fryer, you can't see it now, but it's like a bucket with a handle and a lid. So it's so easy to let it cool down, throw the lid on it, stick it in the cabinet, and just pop it out. Now, I was saying earlier, I feel like you could probably do these in an air fryer. If you were going to do them in the air fryer, though, don't thin the batter.
Yeah.
Leave it thick.
Yeah.
And then you're going to want to line your air fryer with something. And I would probably spray this with some kind of cooking spray.
Yeah.
If you're going to try it in the air fryer. In the oven, I don't think so.
I don't think so.
No, it's not going to work. You're going to have to fry these, or
Unless
air
it's
frying them might not even work.
Yeah.
Worth a try, though.
Yeah.
You can fuck around and find out on your own time because we've already nailed it.
So true. Yeah, I noticed yours is called a grandpappy. I have one called a fry daddy.
Yeah, this is just the big daddy of the grand.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. So yeah, ours is a little teeny.
Grandpappy. This one is old. But I love it. I was so excited to find it. I was beside myself. Yeah. Do take the plastic lid off before you turn it on.
Yeah. You want to bite into this?
Okay, let's try it. Now, I think if the grease was a little bit thicker, we wouldn't get this little circumcised piece right here.
Yeah.
But I'm not mad at it. It's just caramelized cheese. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
That was good. Better.
Crispier, lighter. Oh yeah.
Whew.
Oh, Abby. Gluten-free mozzarella sticks. Boom.
Boom.
Done.
Boom.
Delicious. So good. What else? Fried cheese curds? Might be too much for that. Although, I don't know. In that thick little batter, that might be good. What would happen?
Well, the cheese curds, can't you just toss them in and they both, like, the outsides go poof. Not like battery, but they're
Let's find
crispy.
out. Let's take that little knob of cheese that you had and another little knob of cheese. Our oil is still hot, so you might as well. You could do this just cheese. You could do it just dog. I wanted both. Okay, is it a cheese curd? I don't know if you'd call it that.
I don't know.
But
Fried
I'm gonna
cheese.
fry 2 of them. There's one.
Yeah. Yeah. It really was so quick and so easy. And
There's 2. It was a little too quick and too easy, if we're being honest. Yeah, delicious. So good, Abby. Yeah, I would totally make this again. Let's see how these little cheese poppers.
Cheese poppers.
That was close. I did want to tell you that I was at the grocery store. Now I've started obsessively looking at gluten-free products because it's been a little bit over 2 weeks, and I have to tell you,
No tummy aches.
no tummy aches. My joint pain is better.
Incredible.
I kept having a really bad headache like 3/4 of the way through the day.
I'm aware.
No.
Ooh.
My joint pain is significantly better. Don't get me wrong.
That's huge.
Yeah.
That's huge.
I have been, as I'm doing more research and I'm doing more studying it, it seems like some of the things that were giving me issues that I thought were other things could have been the gluten. So I'm excited to see how much better it gets.
Yeah, totally.
Subsequently, because I've been trying so many new gluten-free products, I did sign up for a new gym, which I told you.
Yes. Yes.
But I was at this regular Safeway, and they had in the, you know, the area where they have cookie dough, already made cookie dough.
Yes.
They had gluten-free, dairy-free, soy-free, blah 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 free cookies. I don't really mess with that. There's a lot of too many chemical ingredients and that kind of thing for me.
For sure. Where you're kind of like, what is in
What
this?
is in it then?
Yeah.
And then you read the label and you're like, no,
Yeah.
nothing nice. Everything has an glutamate or just
Yeah.
too scary. But what they did have that rocked my world was another brand of puff pastry.
Ooh, okay. So we could try.
Because as you know, the one that I found and tried was Bammer.
It wasn't great.
It was not good at all.
No.
I would try it in a different way next time.
Yeah.
I would go something super simple, maybe like just a plain old pig in a blanket.
Almost lost it.
Oh my God, Abby.
Jesus.
Oh! Everything's fine.
Everything's fine. It's all okay.
I don't want you to worry. I'm gonna unplug this fryer because she's getting
unruly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now we have 2 little cheese poops to try. They're like pigs in blankets, but the blankets are like dangerous.
Yeah. Grace-filled danger.
The cheese is coming out of this little daddy.
This one too.
But imagine if there was a jalapeno in there.
I know. You know that we just got us. You were with me. We were together when you found a stovetop smoker.
Have you tried it yet?
We haven't, but I just got we just got jalapenos, and so my husband is planning to smoke some jalapenos.
And do what with them?
I don't know. Live his life.
That's brilliant though.
But maybe we'll have to. Maybe I can convince him to let me have some to make into poppers. Little smoked jalapeno.
I used to have a friend who was a chef at a bar in Ballard, and he had a if you're my age, you'll remember this, or maybe even a little younger. He had a peanut butter and jelly jalapeno popper on the menu that was so good. People would go there just for those. Yeah. He I don't think he stopped working, well, it doesn't matter. But there was some kind of illicit drug sales out the back door because, or it could have just been the poppers. I don't know. Yeah.
He's just selling jalapeno poppers on the back.
Yeah. They were like, enough of this.
Yeah.
Solid recipe. Show Abby, I'm jealous. Do you see that?
Wow.
Okay, I want to try.
Wow.
I can do it.
But do you still have cheese in your mouth?
A lot.
Yeah.
Wow.
Is it fried?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good. Why can you eat
7 mozzarella sticks? But if I was to just
7 string cheese? No.
Yeah.
Same with eggs. Would you like 8 hard-boiled eggs? No. Okay, what if I had to cut them in half and turn them into deviled eggs? Yeah. Okay, I'll do it. Remember when we have those deviled eggs on the menu? I didn't want that. Well, all I'm hearing is success everywhere. This was a much more effective stream than our last one. At least the food keeps working out. You know what I mean? Maybe we should stick to that.
I know.
What do you think?
And our internet has been so speedy. All is good.
I did have the man out to give me some tips on my internet so that we could resume streaming there. And the man from the DSL company said, get a different company. We can't.
He said, maybe you should continue to use your lover's
place. He did. He was like, how about you go to a company that provides real internet service? Because we're not one of them. I was like, God damn, okay. So we may return there eventually, but for now,
we're here.
We're here.
And it worked out great.
and it worked out great. And these corn dogs worked out great.
These corn dogs are delicious. There's something that's almost like breakfast cereal about the did I offend you in a way that is
No, but it does have a fluffy texture like a
Right?
pancake. What if
Yeah.
they used a breakfast sausage? That's why I couldn't talk, Abby.
You're gonna die. You're gonna pass out.
If we keep frying shit, you are. Oh God, Abby, look what I've mustard it on my hand.
No.
I was so excited I squeezed it.
So excited. I squeezed the mustard.
Breakfast sausage?
Yeah, that would be so good in with this specific breading because the panko has almost like it's like almost a
Cereal-y.
a cereal kind of thing.
Okay, is Captain Crunch gluten free? That some of those big cereals are though.
Yes.
Some of them are.
Chex is gluten free, because that was
Cocoa Krispies are too, but that wouldn't be appropriate for this.
Mm.
No, but you're not wrong. It
Yeah.
does, and especially if you hit it with a little bit of sugar on the end,
Mhm.
and then maybe like maple syrup. I'm gonna pass out. Would you still use cheese, Abby?
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe. Why not? Give it a shot.
Breakfast sausage, cheese.
Because this cheese isn't like it's not like a crazy
I wish we had some breakfast sausage with us right now.
like a regular cheese stick is not like an overwhelming, it's not a cheddar, it's not like it's a pretty mild cheese. I think that it could be really good with pancake because it's good with this crust.
Yeah.
And then a breakfast sausage.
But I think you could go straight breakfast sausage and then make them a little bit smaller. Use smaller skewers, and that would be effing delicious. Okay, is it an everyday food? No.
Christmas?
I don't know about you, but we do really untraditional things for Christmas. What do you do for Christmas?
Well, also same because we're out here where all of our family is not.
Right.
So we have tried to do like the traditional make all this stuff, but then it ends up just being the two of us working all day on Christmas, and that's silly. Usually we do a big breakfast and then we might do some like side dishes.
On Christmas Day, we always have biscuits and gravy for breakfast. And I'm so glad that we have figured out a biscuit recipe. And I know that I can make a white gravy.
Yeah.
And so that'll still be a thing. Christmas Day dinner for the last, I don't know, I'm going to say maybe 15 years, maybe more, maybe like 20 years. My kids and I have done burgers and potato salad. Because you can make the potato salad a day or two ahead of time. And then for the burgers, we usually pick a theme. So not just a regular burger, although sometimes we do just do a regular burger, but usually we'll do like, kind of a South American themed burger with a green chili and corn and poblano potato salad. Or I've done kimchi potato salad and Korean burgers. We've done regular bacon cheeseburgers. We've done burger bar, but it's always burgers and potato salad. It doesn't keep me in the kitchen all day on Christmas. But also it's nice, a burger has everything. You want to lay around in your pajamas. You want to check out your new presents. You want to watch the Christmassy crap on TV. You don't want to be in there trying to make a roast and put on cute clothes and wait for everybody to show up. No. We're rotting on the couch. It's finally over. The Christmas shopping is done. The wrapping is done. We want to sit back, garden, eat burgers, eat potato salad, and then for dessert, all bets are on.
Yeah.
Cookies.
Oh,
love cookies. Yeah. Okay. We were watching the Great British Baking Off show.
Yes.
Showdown.
Great British Bake Off.
Yep. I don't think they love cookies the same way we do. I know they call them biscuits.
Yeah.
But I don't think they're out here eating cookies like we're eating cookies.
I don't think so either.
They have other treats.
Yeah.
I'm into it.
Yeah.
I want to go.
You want to go to Great British Bake Off?
Yeah. No.
Oh,
I want to go to England to eat sweets.
Okay.
Because it seems like that might be the best of what they have to offer. I'm not talking shit. And even if I was, who's going to stop me? There's no one here. But
you're just saying that England might have done a lot of
the sweets, I think, are where it's at.
I think that their sweets are not as sweet as our sweets.
And that sounds nice.
And I think I think they're more like breads and things.
I don't know. I've seen a lot of sweetie sweets on that sweet show. But their idea of what a biscuit. Do you know what else somebody told me today? That when they say pudding, they mean dessert, not pudding.
Yeah, like a sticky toffee pudding or whatever.
But no, the word pudding
It
just means dessert.
Oh, interesting.
It could be a lie. I don't know, but that's what I heard.
Don't know.
How could we make this a dessert? What could you put in it to make it desserty? Are there any dessert meats?
Yes, a dessert sausage.
You could
Mm.
take little those miniature wheels of brie that we had,
Mhm. Yep.
and because brie is very gives dessert vibes to me.
I do think that just if you made them into little donuts,
Mhm.
that would be really good.
Yeah.
I think that if you wanted to, you could, if you, okay, hear me out, froze maybe some cream cheese and then cut it into sticks.
Okay.
And then maybe you sweeten it first so you're not just taking a glob of cheesecake.
In which case, then a little square of cheesecake would probably work.
Yeah. And then popped it in there. That would also be good.
Here's what I'm saying. Here's what I'm getting at. I think that this recipe
Universal?
is a universal one
Yeah.
again. It's going to be kind of like some of the other recipes that we've had that you can use for multiple things, like the mac and cheese, the sauce for the mac and cheese. I've already used it. That little bit of cheese sauce that we saved, I made some tater tots in the air fryer and topped them like nachos and poured that cheese sauce over the top of it, mixed in a little salsa.
I was kicking myself the other day because I wanted to make that cheese sauce and I don't have any sodium citrate at home, and so I was like,
You should have taken some. I have a lot. Also the inner one. Yeah, but you could always take some of mine. I'm getting quite a collection of products to use, and I'm excited about it. Okay, well,
okay. Well, thanks everybody.
that was wonderful. I guess we're kind of having to play it fast and loose because of this internet issue. So we might not be on a super tight schedule for the next couple streams just while we figure it out and we move around, but every single day we get closer and closer to perfection.
See, and then tomorrow I'm gonna be streaming something.
I can't wait.
And
what time are you planning on doing that?
I was thinking like 11 or noon.
Okay, I will be watching.
Okay.
And what do you think you're gonna make, Abby?
Okay, so I'm torn right now because I could make something that I love to make, which are these Swedish cardamom buns. And it's like this super soft dough. Then you put a cardamom butter combination in it, do some folding, rolling, folding, all that, and then you cut them and you roll them into these little roses, and they're so beautiful and so delicious. So I thought about those, but I also got 2 cake mixes because I really want to try the thing that you said to bump up the cake mixes. And so what I thought about doing is doing a little comparison of how just doing the regular old box mix and then doctoring it up and seeing how they compare right next to each other, taste by taste. Okay. So I might do that.
And do you want me to remind you again what that is?
I would love that.
Okay. You can doctor any cake mix by when it calls for oil, replace it with melted butter.
Right.
I've also doubled it. It depends on the cake mix and what you're trying to do. But don't use oil, use melted butter. Instead of water, use half and half for heavy cream. It just adds richness. It's still adding the liquid, so it's not going to change the alchemy of the. It might throw something off because there's a little more protein, but in my experience, only good results.
All right.
And then however many eggs it calls for, use that many eggs plus that many yolks.
Okay.
I wouldn't maybe recommend doubling the butter and the egg thing, but it depends on what kind of cake you're doing. If I'm doing like a pineapple upside down cake, I'm adding the extra butter.
Okay.
If I'm leaving it in a sheet, I'm adding the extra butter. If you're trying to slice I'm gonna try to do a layered cake, maybe not, because then I'm gonna have so many other components. But if I'm just doing a simple sheet cake, or if I'm doing an upside down cake, which by the way, I do lots of them in different, not just pineapple, I'll do an upside down anything. I love an upside down cake.
Pineapple upside down cake.
I do too. It's one of my top favorite. And I always use a mix for it. But with that mix, I also add a can of crushed instead of the water, and instead of using heavy cream there, I use a can of crushed pineapple. And that works miraculously. Yeah. But then the extra butter in that case is in the caramel that you make on the bottom, which I don't follow any rules for that.
Yeah.
I use only my heart. Lots of butter, lots of sugar. Also, I firmly believe you need the little maraschino cherries.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Please don't give me no fucking cake with fresh pineapple and no neon red.
We need the little cherries.
I love them. They're so good.
It's
so good.
One more thing. Maybe I'll make this on a stream. It's very, I don't know if it's that interesting to watch, but my mom did Pampered Chef when
Hmm.
I was little,
I
and
never fell prey to that. Surprising,
yeah.
isn't it? Yeah.
We had so many little actually gadgets from,
You
from Pampered Chef. That's probably where it started.
It's
I was
probably
like,
where it started.
I have this thing that can slice strawberries.
This is incredible.
Yeah. The recipe that she got from Pampered Chef is a banana split brownie, and it is a brownie. Are you ready for this?
Maybe.
Brownie,
Okay.
cream cheese frosting,
Okay.
crushed pineapple, a little chocolate. Oh, bananas.
So you do this like a sundae.
You do it in a sheet pan or like in a brownie
You
pan.
bake it this way.
No, 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 no. You make a brownie.
Okay.
You make a brownie.
Okay.
Make a brownie.
Okay.
Then cream cheese frosting.
Okay.
Bananas sliced.
Okay. This is not going back in the oven.
No.
Okay. Cool. Okay. 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 I'm with
Cream
you.
cheese.
Okay. Got it.
Bananas.
Got it.
Crushed pineapple.
Okay.
A little chocolate sauce on top.
Okay.
And then my mom always did strawberries because I have a cousin that doesn't like cherries, but usually maraschino cherries.
Yeah. And whipped cream or this?
No, doesn't.
Wow.
So decadent.
Yeah.
And rich and too much, but wow, wow, wow.
It's a sometimes food.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure that's like what I would have for my birthdays growing up.
I think this year for my birthday, I want a big, gooey, rich coconut cream pie or coconut cake, but like a nice wet one.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I'll work on it.
But
My mom, actually, I don't know if I told you this. My mom's birthday cake
Mhm.
that everyone apparently in my family is now obsessed with is white cake, cream cheese frosting,
Okay.
covered in shredded coconut.
Yeah.
It is one of the most delicious cakes I've ever had in
Yeah.
my life. It was, and that's I have one of those
Toasted
at home.
shredded coconut is a top tier food for me. I absolutely love it. I like that Trader Joe's has that big flake coconut that
Ooh,
you can
yeah.
buy in the bag that the pieces are so large and you can throw those in the oven and toast them up and then I put them right back in the bag and then I put that on top of all different kinds of stuff. And even if it's not a sweet thing,
Yeah.
a toasted coconut garnish, especially now that I can't have
I actually saw that you liked this on Instagram.
What?
I think it was New York Times recipe. It was like roasted veggies with a coconut dressing.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
I saved it because I was like, that sounds so
So good.
good.
Yeah.
So good.
I saw another one that you can make coconut butter, toasted coconut butter, and it's like the coconut butter is the pureed meat of the coconut.
Okay.
And then you put it in a pan and toast it, toast it, toast it, toast it
Mm.
until it looks like dulce de leche, but it's coconut. And then you can use that then on spread it on anything. Fuck me up.
Maybe we're gonna have a coconut week.
I am not against it. And it's already gluten free. You don't even have to do
Oh,
anything to it. I love coconut.
Yeah.
I'm crazy for it.
Lit.
But not necessarily fake coconut, but I also don't hate fake coconut.
Yeah, I do. I have become more I like coconut flavored.
Abby, I
things.
think next week could be coconut week.
Let's do
We
it.
could make cat coconut, which something we both love.
Yes.
Coconut macaroons, not macarons.
Mhm.
And I'm not saying that right either, but macaroons.
Yes.
I love them.
So good.
I love them.
So good. Do you like them?
I've never
straight
made
up?
them.
Oh, so easy.
Really?
Yeah. So easy. Because it's
Gluten free.
Yeah.
All by them lonely
all
selves.
by themselves. Do you
I
like them straight up or do you like a little dip in
I
chocolate?
am down with a dip. I do like a little experimental coconut thing. And I will tell you this, when you buy them already made, they're too soft. They don't have enough texture. I like them from a bakery when they're like crunchy on the outside, gooey on the inside. I think that next week, we did cheesy week, we did corny week, we'll do cocoa nutty.
Cocoa nutty. Cool. Another coconut thing my grandma makes for Christmas. My grandparents they might start before Thanksgiving at this point, where they are making like hundreds of dozens of cookies that they then put into cookie trays and give away to all of their friends and family.
As they bake
We have a chest freezer and they pop them in shoe boxes in layers in the chest freezer. So they start in November, pop those babies in the freezer, and then when it's time to assemble, they pull out all those boxes and let them come to room temp, and they are delicious. They make it out here, and they're in great shape. They're great.
I gotta tell you, I don't have that in me.
No, it's a lot. It's a lot. So
we'll do Christmas cookies.
Yeah, for sure. But my grandma has always made these tiny little strawberries, that I'm pretty sure is made from coconut, shredded coconut, Jello mix, and some sort of binder. Don't know what it is. and then they're rolled in like red sugar.
Mhm.
And then she has these. I don't know where she purchased them. I've never seen them. I've never seen new ones come in.
Yeah.
But she's always had them, and they're these tiny little plastic green stems that look like strawberries,
love
like
this.
strawberry stems, and then sticks them in there. And I'll get them this year, but yeah, I'll show them to you. They're just so cute, and they're just these little coconut like bites.
Wonder where she. And then you throw the little stem away.
Mhm.
We got to know how to do
Yeah, I'm
that.
gonna
That sounds
figure it out.
delicious.
Yeah.
I love cookies and I love getting Christmas cookies. And now I'm not gonna be able to eat them all, so I'm gonna
Mhm.
have to come up with some cookie ideas of my own.
Yeah.
Those I told you that bag. That first of all, fuck Tate's Bake Shop and everybody down with that.
Yeah. Too good.
Too good.
Sorry.
You've
Sorry,
gone
guys.
too far, Tate. I might be on my way to the store to get some right
Yeah,
now.
that's fair.
Yeah. This was a smashing success.
So good. Everybody go make Korean corn dogs.
Seriously, it was. You saw how easy it was.
Yeah, this was actually like insanely easy.
So much easier than I thought.
And then you could just have fresh corn dogs with whatever you want inside.
I don't know if you heard that.
If you want a
crunch.
spicy,
Yeah.
ooh, a spicy, and
A
then
hot
gooey,
link.
and
I'm gonna pass out.
and then gooey sausage in there.
A hot link. Okay, hear me out. I'm screaming inside. Okay.
Okay,
What if
like,
you
organize
took-
the thoughts.
Help me out.
Yes.
Help.
Yes.
Okay.
Hot link.
Hot link.
Yep.
You take the hot link.
Yep.
And then your little idea about the cream cheese.
Yes.
You do that. You put some caramelized onion in there, a little jalapeno in there. Okay.
Uh-huh.
You stick that and the hot link, put that in the freezer, and then put it in the batter. You could even season up the batter. What else is on a Seattle dog? Here's what I'm getting at.
Yes. Hot.
Seattle dog corn dogs.
Oh yeah.
I wish we had all the stuff to do that right now.
No,
That
it
sounds
sounds
so
really
good. A spicy hot link,
Mhm.
cool cream cheese.
Yeah,
You'd have to
caramelized
fortify it.
onions.
Caramelized onions,
Yeah.
jalapenos.
Yeah.
What else would be in there? Bacon.
Ooh, bacon.
Caramelized onion, jalapeno,
Yeah.
bacon, cream cheese.
Yum. Freeze
In
it.
the same batter,
Si-
in this same shit
Yeah.
right here
Yep.
in the fryer.
That would be really good.
It's gonna be really good.
I'm gonna try it.
We have to.
Yeah.
That sounds so good.
It
Abby.
does sound really good. I love a Seattle
That
dog.
sounds so
That
good.
actually, okay, so I grew up I don't put anything on my hot dogs ever. I eat a plain hot dog. Always.
None of that surprises me.
Plain hot dog. Occasionally, if there was shredded cheese around, I would put some shredded cheese on there, maybe. But usually just a plain old hot dog. I love a plain hot dog.
Is it hard for you to resist eating that cold one right now?
No, definitely not. Not a inherently a hot dog gal, but I'll eat them.
sure, yeah.
But I ate a plain hot dog until I moved to Seattle.
Yeah.
And somebody took us out for Seattle dogs, and it blew my mind. And I was like, "This is the greatest thing." I now, when we have hot dogs at home, I make Seattle dogs.
Yeah.
We just have the stuff all at all
So
times.
what else is in there? Seattle dog has the hot link, caramelized onions.
Um,
Am I missing something?
no, like the standard is just like hot dog, cream cheese, caramelized onions.
That's it.
Yep.
Okay.
And then some people do either sriracha or the jalapenos for spice.
Oh, I like the jalapenos.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, I like sriracha, but I like the jalapenos. That's why I had jalapeno in my. And I thought bacon, but maybe not. You could leave the bacon out if you want.
But oh, so good.
It has to happen.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit concerned with what the cream cheese, if that's gonna come out of the dog, but I'm willing to try.
Yeah.
I feel
it might get a little too liquidy.
It might. But if it works in a jalapeno popper, I think all you'd have to do is freeze it, skewer it, freeze it, and drop the oil at temp.
Mhm.
So it can fry a little bit longer, but not too long.
Yeah.
Right? The other thing that you could do, which I've seen done, have you ever seen, we're going to go too long now, but have you seen where people take grapes, roll them in goat cheese, put them in the freezer, and then they'll take that out and roll it in like chopped nuts or something as like a little canapé, like an appetizer? Okay, hear me out. You take the dog, you roll it in cream cheese, right? And maybe then freeze it and then do the batter and the blah blah blah. So there's cream cheese in every bite. That would be bomb too.
Yeah, you could do roll in cream cheese, then roll in caramelized onions.
Okay.
Or refrigerate it.
Yeah.
Sturdy it up and
right. You could also plain hot dog, or I mean hot link, caramelized onions in the batter. No, they would burn. They would burn. Okay, one last, and then we'll let you go. Caramelized. Okay, hot link.
Yep.
Corn dog, all like regular, and then you just top it like a.
Oh yeah.
Like a Seattle dog.
Yeah,
it would be delicious. The real point here, Abby, with a hot link.
Yeah,
I think that would have only made it better. If the hot dog was spicy, it would have been only better.
Yeah,
and even you, as a little you're kind of a spice clam.
I don't think that's true.
I think it's true.
Abby, some pretty good spice. I like spicy food. I do like spicy food.
Abby, please.
You guys are just mean and would say mean things and sabotage me.
Not true.
You'd make things too spicy.
Well, Abby, I know that it's going to be hard for our hordes of listeners and watchers, but I think we've run out of dog material and corn material.
Yeah.
We're not corny enough for corn week.
No.
The maze is yet to come. We'll go there on the week that we do Halloween stuff.
Yeah.
Because it really, I really do want to go there. It'll be so
Oh,
great.
that'll be so good.
I bet their corn
spending
dogs
so
aren't
many
even
cute outfits.
close to these ones.
No. But maybe donuts and apple cider.
I love apple cider.
I have a gallon at home.
I'm gonna get to work on ideas for coconut week. Cocoa nuts. And you figure out what you're gonna bake tomorrow. I will be watching and heckling you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
This was a fantastic success. I might even fry another hot dog.
Honestly,
I'm gonna
this was like silly how easy this was. Everybody make it.
Everybody make
Everybody make
it.
it.
We will post the recipe.
Yes. Okay.
Love you
well,
long time.
I'll see you tomorrow, and then we'll see you on Sunday.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.